amazing people, welcome to my channel. If you see my channel for the first time, my name is Julia Rock, and if you're my returning subscriber, you are welcome. As you can see, I'm super excited. I'm so happy that I was able to achieve this 2-in-1 abaya dress. Okay, so I got the right pattern and I feel like okay, I should show you guys how to go about it. So if this is something that you're interested in, keep on watching. So this is the idea I have been wanting to bring to life. So finally I brought it to life. So yeah, I'm going to be showing you how you can achieve that. Okay, so besides, this is how you are going to dress. Okay, you put it on. So the fabric I use here is light crop. On this particular one I'm putting on is light crop, and I use 4 yard of fabric. Okay, because of the headscarf I use 4 yard. And the fabric recommendation for this particular design or style, you can use silk, you can use chiffon. Okay, and I will advise you to get a silk or chiffon or crepe that has one face. All right, so that when you drop the headscarf, everything will you won't be noticing it that much. Okay, so yeah, without further ado, without being saying so much, get your fabric ready, because you don't need pattern on this particular one. You just cut direct to the fabric. Okay, yeah, so get your fabric ready and get your scissors, whatever thing you know you need to. Okay, you will need a zip. Okay, there is a zip for the front. Okay, so if you're making a high neck, you need a zip. All right, so on my table, this is the material I'm going to be using, but this is lining. Okay, this is lining. I'm trying to test the color of the chalk that is going to come out bold when I'm going to use it. Okay, yeah, that is why. So I'm going to be using the yellow chalk. So you will need your scissors, you will need your tape to take your measurements, and your fabric of your choice. Like I said, chiffon, light crepe, and silk. You can use both of them. Okay, so I have a lining here because I don't have extra fabric to use to show you the tutorial. So I will be making use of lining. So on the table, I have already divided my front. The front, this is the back piece. Okay, it's been folded already. So it's that is 4 pieces already because I folded into 2. So the front is being folded into 2, and the back also is being folded into 2. Okay, and the reason why the back is smaller is because the back is going to be cut on fold, but the front is a bigger because we are adding a zip to the front. Okay, so this zip at the front is must have the zip at the front, because if you put the zip at the back, you won't be able to achieve this particular style. Okay, so the width for the back is 18.5, and the front you will need 1 inch. Okay, for your zip allowance. Okay, you're going to be keeping 1 inch for your zip allowance. So that means the total for the front is 19.5 inches, while the back is 18.5 inches. Okay, so yeah, that is it. So I'm going to be taking or start marking or create the starting point rather. So when you're going to create your starting point, make sure you keep 1 inch, because we are drafting this direct to the fabric, not on the pattern. Okay, so you make sure you keep allowance highest 1.5 inch or 1 inch, so that by the time you're done, you should be able to have some allowance so that you can join your shoulder together. Okay, so that is what I'm doing here. The allowances that I kept here is 1.25. I'm not going to use it all, but I just want to be on the safe side, right? So now once I'm done, I'm going to input my shoulder measurement, and note that this is a free dress. Okay, it was not supposed to be fitted, so you are to add 2 inches to your shoulder measurement. So for mine, I added 1 inch to my shoulder measurement, but if I'm to do this next time, I'm going to be making use of 2 inches. Okay, so I recommend you to use 2 inches to add to your shoulder so that you have a free dress, completely free. Okay, So the next measurement I'm going to be imputing is my neck width. My neck width is 2.5 inches. Okay, so that is what I'm going to mark there, 2.5 inches. So the next thing I'm going to be imputing is the shoulder slope. I'm going to be place my tape right there on my shoulder line and mark 1 inch below. So that is my shoulder slope. Okay, so now the next thing now I'm going to be doing, I'm going to place my pattern master right there. Then I'm going to connect it to create my new shoulder line. So once I'm done connecting that, the next measurement I'm going to be imputing is from my shoulder to my bust line. And again, this is the free dress. Okay, so my bust line initially is 9.5 inch, but I approximate it to 10 inches. So I'm going to be repeating the same measurement so that I can have an accurate line. Okay, so once I'm done, I'm going to connect this line to form my bust line. All right, so the next measurement I'm going to be taking is from my shoulder to my half length. From my shoulder to my half length is 16 inches, and I'm going to mark it there. Okay, so the next thing, I'm going to repeat the same measurement so that I can have accurate line. And I'm just being careful here because this is lining. The fabric is not stable on the table. Okay, I'm just trying to be careful. So once I'm done, I'm going to also connect this line so that I will have my waist measurement. Yeah, that is my waistline. So the next measurement to be taken also is my hip line. So I'm going to be using the hip line of 23 inches. I don't want to use exactly 24 inches because it's going to, since you're making a gown, just make it minus 1 inch from your initial hip line. Okay, so once I'm done, I'm going to connect this line to create my hip line. So basically that is it. So the length of this dress, it determines your height. Okay, so you can decide to make it as long as the floor length, or you can make it shorter. Or for me, the one I'm using here, because the lining is not that, I've already trimmed out the rough side, so it's not up to 50. So I'm just using it because it's a tutorial, right? So the next measurement I'm taking here is my chest line. Okay, we need this chest line to impute our armhole. Okay, it's not that it's necessary, we need it. So for the purpose of the armhole, we need this chest line. So take your chest line measurement. Mine from the shoulder to my chest line is 8 inches. Okay, so I'm going to connect the chest line so that I will know where I'm going to place my armhole line. All right, so yeah. So right now I'm going to be repeating the same measurement for my shoulder. My shoulder measurement, remember, it was 8 inches. Okay, so I want to be sure, so I'm going to be repeating that 8 inches. I'm going to mark it right there so that I will know where I'm going to connect my armhole. Okay, so that is what I did. So the next, I'm going to get my pattern master. I'm going to place it there, and then I'm going to connect that line from my where the shoulder slope mark, where I mark my 1 inch for the shoulder slope. So I'm going to connect it from there to meet with my chest line, just like you see me doing. Okay, so now I'm going to get the midpoint of that line so that I can make my armhole curve. Okay, so I have 7.5 inches. So that's 7.5. I divide it by 2. I have approximated, I have 3.75. So to get my armhole curve, I need to impute my round bust circumference. My round bust circumference is 34. Simply because we are making a free dress, I'm going to add a total of 3 inches from my round bust. Okay, so as you can see, this is my normal bust line. which is at this point where I'm marking. Okay, so from that point now, when I place my tape, I see that I have 3 inches in total. I added 3 inches to my bust line because we are making a free dress. Okay, so don't forget this, add 3 inches to your bust line. So move on to my waistline. My waist is 28 divided by 4. I have 7 inches, but I'm going to add a total of 4 inches to my waistline. Okay, because we are making a free dress. Move on to my hip line. My hip, I approximate it to 10 inches because my hip is 39 divided by 4 is 9.75, but I approximate it to 10 inches. So I added additional 4 inches to my hip line. The same thing like I did for the waist. Okay, so once I'm done taking all this measurement, I'm going to place my pattern master just like you see me doing, and I'm going to connect it all the way. First of all, I'm going to connect from my chest line to meet to my waistline. Okay, so place your tape like that, or if you have a pattern master, you use it, or you can use your freehand. So I'm going to be using taking this measurement all the way down just like you see me doing. Okay, yeah, you're going to take it all the way down. So once you have done, the next thing now you need to do, I need to work on my armhole curve. I need to create my armhole curve. I forgot about that, and I also forget about my neck depth, my back neck depth. Okay, I wanted to start cutting, so I mark my neck depth. The back neck depth is 1 inch. So the front neck depth, I use 3.5 inches. Okay, 3.5 inches is my front neck depth, and the back is 1 inch. All right, so if you're on a small size, use 3.5, but if you're on a bigger size, you use 3 inches by 4 inches. Okay, so my neck depth, like I said, is 3.5 inches because I want the neck to be extremely high. I don't want it to reveal any of my skin because when as a Muslim person, I'm not a Muslim, I'm a Christian, but I'm considering their mode of dressing, how they dress. Okay, so you must not reveal the neckline. So if you don't want to have a lower neckline, then you can just use a small number. Okay, because the front has a zip, so your head can fit in, so don't worry about that. So once I connect this one, my neckline, so the next thing now I'm going to mark out 0.5 inch inward for my armhole line. Okay, so I'm going to place my pattern master like you see me doing. I'm going to connect from that point to meet with where the midpoint is, the midpoint of the armhole line is. Okay, basically that is it. So the next thing, I'm going to add 0.5 on top of my shoulder line so that I can be able to join my shoulder together. So you add 0.5 inch joining allowance. So add 0.5 inch joining allowance all round. Okay, I'm also going to add here. I won't be able to take it all the way down, but when I'm going to start cutting it, I'm going to be adding with a 0.5 inch allowance for the cutting. So I'm trying to use my free hand here. I'm not really good with free hand though, but yeah, I'm still trying to use a free hand rather. So once I'm done, I'm going to start by cutting all the markings. I'm going to start by cutting them. Okay. So here I actually forgot that I'm supposed to mark the 1 inch for my zip allowance. So I completely forgot. So I just remember, and then I'm doing that now. So yeah. So once I'm done cutting, I'm going to separate the back and the front. Okay, so I'm going to go to my sewing machine. I'm going to start by joining with 1 inch all the way down. Okay, so before you join that, you need to mark where you're going to, when your zip is going to start from. Okay, my zip is going to start from 7 inches. Okay, so when I'm going to go to this sewing machine, I need to know that I need to stop stitch around that 7 inches mark before I stitch it all the way down. Okay, so right now I'm on my sewing machine. I'm going to start by pinning the front line. Okay, this is the front line I'm working on, so I'm going to start pinning it so that I can be able to start joining. This is lining. The material is not really friendly, it's not stable. Okay, so I'm just trying to be extremely careful for it so that I will be able to get my stitching correct. Okay, so this machine, I got this machine new. This machine is something I'm trying to understand. It's really running so fast. So as you can see, you notice I did not backstitch while I was on my 7 inches mark. So it was after I finished with the stitching before I went back and did my backstitch. So I have to take the measurement again to know exactly where I need to backstitch. So yeah, so yeah, once I've taken my measurement, then I'm going to backstitch at this point, because at the end I'm going to lose from the upper part to the lower where the 7 inch is, the 7 inches mark is. Okay, so this is how it is. So what I'm doing right now, I'm going to join the shoulder, the back and the front pattern together. That is the shoulder to shoulder. So it's just the something like you're working, doing your normal stitching or making your normal dress. Okay, so you need to you need to join your shoulder together before you can continue to do other necessary things. So once I'm done, I went ahead to weave it to overlock the part where I stitched down. Okay, I overlock it and also give it a good press. As you can see, the part where the zip is going to be, I overlock it and also iron it proper so that I can be able to, it can be easy for me to work with. Okay, so make sure you do that. So remember the part I'm going to be fixing my zip. Okay, yeah, that is the part I'm going to lose it at the end of the day, but not now. I just want to finish with other necessary things. So right here on my table, I have the pieces I'm going to use for my hijab. Okay, so this part is being unfolded and the other side is open. So the width of my hijab is 24 inches. Okay, that is the width. So the length is 33 inches. Okay, so this is the perfect length for you. Unfold. Okay, so this is unfold. So if it's not unfold, that means it's 66 inches. Okay, so and I've also gone ahead to fold in with 0.5 inch by the side where I'm going to be cutting out. Okay, so if you want your headscarf or your hijab to sit proper when you attach it to your dress, so make sure you do what I'm going to show you now. Okay, so this is the wrong side of my dress. Okay, the part where I stitch. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to pick it like so, all right, and fold it into two like this. Make sure once this side facing you is the front and the other side facing the other way is the back, just like you see me doing. And also, if your fabric is not that friendly, just like mine, make sure you pin it down so that you can have a proper arranging. So this is how you're going to cut the part that you're going to join to your dress. Okay, so the headscarf is underneath or the hijab is underneath, so you're going to trim it just like you see me doing. Okay, we're going to trim it off like that so that you can have a a proper neck. I don't know how I'm going to explain this, but yeah, do it just the way I show you. Okay, so the next thing now, I'm going to now lose this part so that I can go back to my sewing machine to face my zip. Okay, and the zip that I'm going to recommend for you to use for this particular tutorial is invisible zip. If you want to have a clean finishing, okay, that people will not notice that you use zip, use invisible zip, and make sure when you are joining your invisible zip, open it so that you have a close stitching. Okay, you have a close stitching to the zip. So by the time you're done, it's going to be so invisible that people will not notice that there is zip on the front. Okay, yeah, that is what I did. So once I'm done facing my zip, the next thing now, so I've already done facing my zip. Okay, so this is my zip, and because like I said, the fabric was not friendly, so I try as much as I can to make the zip more visible, but still it didn't give me that invisible look that I was looking for. But anyway, this is a tutorial, it's not something I'm going to use, so but I will just manage it. So once I'm done joining my zip, the next thing I'm going to join my dress, the side by side together, so that we can move on, so that I can show you how to join your hijab to your dress. Okay, so I hope you're learning something from my channel today, and please let me know on the comment section if you don't understand what I did. If you don't understand, you can, there is option for you to play back on a slow on a normal play, which is like yeah, on a normal, so that the part where I fast forward so that you can understand exactly what I did. Okay, so now this is how I'm going to place my hijab. Okay, I'm going to get my hijab, the right side facing the right side, and find the midpoint of your hijab, and then you're going to place it just like you see me doing. Okay, like I said, if it's too fast forward, you can pause and put it on a normal play so that you can see exactly what I did at this point. Okay, so once I'm done pinning all around, so the next thing now, I'm going to move to the other side, because it was one side I was pinning, right? So you make sure you place your headscarf or your hijab to the other side of the zip. Okay, make sure you open your zip to do this. All right, so just like you see me doing, and then I'm pinning it like that so that I can be able to have a line up, start pinning from that end. So even though if you have a gather, that gather should be in the center point. Okay, so I'm going to go to my sewing machine now. I'm going to join it round with 0.5 inch. Okay, so here I'm on my sewing machine. I'm going to start by joining it with 0.5 inch allowance. Okay, so remember we the neck depth was 3.5. Okay, so if you're looking at to have something of 3.5, you don't have to make your neck width so deep, because you are going to use from there to add your to join your hijab or your headscarf together. So this is the final result, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something new for this channel today. If you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please kindly do so, and don't forget to turn on your post notification so you will not miss out on any tutorial that I'm going to be dropping. Let me know what you think on this tutorial, if it was easier to follow, and if you want me to make a tutorial with the kimono using the same method, leave your comment below. Thank you so much for watching. I will be seeing you on my next tutorial. Bye.